What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay Goday, aka Jay the Developer, and welcome back to another video on the real in you and the real in real estate. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay Goday, aka Jay the Developer, and today we are here to talk about how to buy a fourplex or other investment property, but we're talking about fourplex today. Working a 9 to 5, just your average, average person working a job. How do I get a fourplex? So let's get into it. All the time I get people calling me, hitting me up every day, I'm not gonna say every day, but hitting me up all the time and saying, man, Jay, I wanna buy investment property, but I gotta wait till I do this, or I gotta wait till I do that, or I gotta save this amount of money, I have to save this amount of money. And then they come right back around and say, yeah, I'm about to move, I'm about to go rent this place down here, or man, I really wanna buy a house, it's just all these different scenarios. And when I hear these things, I'll just be sitting in the back of my head saying, only if they knew. And that's the thing, is like, it sounds difficult, but it actually is just that easy. Like, you don't have to have some great formula like this astronomical amount of money put to the side. Like, you just have to understand that the same principles apply if you're going to purchase your dream home. Same principles apply to going to get an investment property. So one of the strategies that I love most, that I constantly drill into the heads of my clients, especially my millennial clients. Like, we are such a special breed of a generation. Like, we don't do anything traditional. And that's what I love about our generation, because for one, it's like we're never stagnant. Like, we move around, we look for the opportunity that suits us best. And that's always a good thing, especially when it comes to real estate investment, because it's easier to talk to my peers and help them understand that, you may have wanted that dream home with the white picket fence and the big yard, or etc. But think about this, you envisioning you having that home 3, 4, 5 years down the line. Right now you're living in an apartment, right? So you're paying about $800-900 a month in rent, okay? So just track with me right now, okay? You're paying about $800-900 a month in rent. Now, you work a regular 9 to 5, you're making about $35,000, $40,000 a year. So with that income, I'm putting these numbers together from previous experience with some of my past clients. So you're making about 35, 40K a year, all right? Regular 9 to 5, go to work every day. You don't really have a whole lot of money put to the side, but it is what it is. That's just what it is. But just to say, you got your income tax money, you got that sitting to the side right now, so you got a little cash to work with. And you're like, man, I've been hearing these things about owning rental property and all that, but I don't know. I want to just go and buy me a house. All right, cool. But let's pause for a second. Let's kind of go back to what I was just talking about. So you live in an apartment. You're paying $800-900 a month in rent. You make about 40K a year. So with those numbers, you will possibly be able to get approved for about 150 grand, give or take. All right. And you're like, Jay, how can I get approved for that amount of money, even though I'm working a job? I've been on my job for way longer than 2 years. I have tax returns, I have W-2s, but my credit is low. So sometimes my question is, well, what's your definition of low? Is it 300? Is it 400? Is it 500? Like, no, Jim, my score is like 600. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, did you know that with FHA, we're getting people approved with 580s, 570s even. Now, I would prefer that you had over a 640 for your benefit, because in that case, not only can I get you approved, but I can get you approved with down payment assistance. All right, so remember that, down payment assistance. That means that with FHA, that 3.5% that you would have been putting down as a down payment, that is now taken care of for you, to where you're going to the closing table with no down payment. Okay, so let's go back to these numbers. You're paying rent right now, $900 a month. Now, you have gotten approved for $150,000, with your credit score over 580, preferably over 640, but you've gotten approved for $150K. So now I'm like, I've convinced you, like, hey, it's the same process. If you were just gonna buy that single family for that same price, now we're looking at a fourplex for the same price. Remember, $150,000 that you're approved for. So we found your fourplex for $135K. And once we run the numbers, that fourplex, you're paying the same amount, if not less, that you're paying in rent, right? But that's not the beauty of the situation. Once you close on this fourplex, that same $900 and something that you were paying in rent, you're now paying it on a mortgage. But you get to occupy one of these units that's identical to the apartment that you just left from, that you didn't own, that you were paying your landlord and making him rich, or whatever the case may be. But now you're living in your own building, your own apartment complex. You're occupying one of the units, and now you have tenants that are paying you rent. They're paying you the same $900 that you were paying your landlord. You're getting paid that 3 times. So not only are you making money to pay for the mortgage that you have, you're turning a profit as well. And now you have just stepped into the realm of real estate investing. You have just stepped into the first situation of financial freedom. You have just walked into the first door of passive income. All because you worked a 9 to 5, you had a job, you had some credit, and you had a little bit of money to put towards the process of you going through purchasing your first property. Now, we could have did this on we could have did this on your dream home, but would the return have been the same? Would you have been able to make money from the place that you're living? Nah, you wouldn't have. So the rule of thumb in all this is that you are just as capable working your 9 to 5, not having perfect credit, not having a whole bunch of money saved up. You are just as qualified to begin your real estate portfolio, to begin investing in real estate. You just have to have the will to do so. So just with me telling you this today, there's no more excuses. You have the ability to do it. On your job, you go to work every day. You have no reason that you can't own your first investment property. It's your boy Jay the Developer. Remember, development starts with you. Peace.